What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. You know who it is. It's World of Wrestling. We're going to do a mixture between Random Wrestling Talk episode number 49, and we're going to talk about WWE Raw from February 13th, 2023 review, plus prediction on the Elimination Chamber show, because this show looks like it is going to be fucking great. What the fuck? Matt87 Eagle says, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. I heard that Jarrett passed away today. What is it with you, Matt87 Eagle? Every time you come on this damn channel, you fucking give us bad news. Are you saying Jeff Jarrett or Jerry Jarrett? Who the fuck is that? Starts off the show with some fucking... Oh, his father. His father passed away. Okay. Jerry Jarrett. Jerry the King Lawler passed away? That's who you're talking about? What the fuck? Oh, no. Okay. Never mind. Sorry, Jerry the King Lawler didn't pass away. Somebody else did. I was getting a little confused here. All right. So let me go over some of the comments by Rachel Buck. She sent out quite a few comments. Let me go ahead and read them. Holy shit. What the fuck, Rachel Buck? Jesus Christ. All right. Wrestle votes. I'm told the list below are the planned WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, more movie trailers, Miz and Maurice, Top Gun, Rhea and Judgment Day, Stranger Things. Rachel Buck also mentions that Brawling Bruce and Drew McIntyre, 40-year-old Virgin, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, Batman and Joker, the Bloodline, or the Goodfellas. Xero News. I'm told Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship is planned for night one's WrestleMania. As of now, it's currently undecided whether that will be the main event. I don't think that should be the main event. I think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos for the tag team title should be the fucking main event. Rachel Buck then states that the evening, or if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos will. News source tells me that the working plan has Roman Reigns main eventing the Saudi Arabia show in May. Whoa. So Roman Reigns may retain the titles? What the fuck? If he's main eventing the Saudi Arabia show in May, why the hell would he lose the titles? All right, currently unknown what the pay-per-view will be called, but my source tells me he wouldn't be surprised if it was WrestleMania Backlash in Saudi Arabia. Oh my gosh. Rachel Buck then goes on to say, Wrestle votes, I'm told, will, while not decided 100%, their plans to feature an Intercontinental Championship three-way match at WrestleMania, Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. There are a number of supporters within creative that not only want the match, but they want it towards the top to be decided. She states that JD from New York said that with this level of storytelling within the bloodline in WWE, Roman Reigns is the greatest final boss in WWE history. Wrestle Observer, WWE Raw ratings down for Elimination Chamber Go Home show. Obviously, that show was very, very boring. And that I will admit, the storyline telling was great, but the wrestling for last night's show, fuck. It was dreadful. I did not particularly care for it, but the show was not a horrible show. I'm not going to say the show was fucking it's nothing like Vincent Mann type shit. I'm just going to admit that. But at the same time, I mean, the shows for wrestling on WWE has been dreadful. AEW has been doing great with the wrestling throughout the entire show. The storyline consistency is not. The only thing that I actually am enjoying storyline wise is the World Heavyweight Championship between MJF and Bryan Danielson. Outside of that, the rest of it is take it or leave it kind of mentality, I guess you could say. Um, and then Rachel Buck says, and I see Jay White coming to WWE after WrestleMania. He won't come alone. He will have AJ Styles, Luke, and Carl Anderson, and they will be the new Bullet Club. That would be interesting. I would like that. And then Mia Yim part of the group as well, since she's already been part of it before AJ got the injury. I would definitely like that. I think that would be great. Have Jay White as a mid-card champion to start out with, and then move him up to the main event once he's gotten some time put in with the company. I would love to see that. That would be great. That's some good ideas right there, Rachel Buck, if that's true, and if that's what they're going with. She also states that I thought MJF will come to WWE, but with who shall not be named is in WWE. I have a feeling that he will re-sign with AEW. Yeah, I don't think he's going to go where Vince McMahon is. I mean, anyone with a brain would not do that. All right, let's see the other comments here. Hey, Big On, haven't seen you in a while, bro. Says you heard any news on the WWE 2K23? Bro, I'll be honest with you. I would not waste the money on that game until you can get it for a dirt cheap price, because the way things look, it looks very similar to WWE 2K22. Unless they've made some serious changes with the My GM mode and the Universe mode, I would not waste the money on it until, like, you know, when the price goes down on it, or you can find it on eBay or at GameStop for a dirt cheap price compared to what it is right now. So my recommendation is wait until it's on sale off of Xbox, Microsoft store, or if you got PlayStation, the PlayStation store. And I would wait until they go on sale. Usually during Christmas time, that game will be available for a dirt cheap price. It might even be 25, like probably like 35.99, maybe 49.99. You might be able to get it then for a lower price than 69.99, which is a lot of money for a game that's pretty much the same thing as what it was last year. I'm not going to waste the money on it, to be quite frank with you. I mean, there's a few things about it that seems intriguing, but nothing of interest to go out and spend $70. Will I get it later on? Possibly. When I can find it at a cheaper price, because it is not worth $69.99 or any of the other higher levels that you can get for to get all the other goody stuff that goes with it, which ain't much of anything anyway. Bad Bunny, who gives a shit? So until we know what is entailed for that game, if we don't see any major drastic changes for universe mode and the GM mode, I would not go out and waste the money for this game. It is not worth the time. The My Faction, I've tried playing that. That game is that game mode is fucking trash. You're just playing a bunch of matches that don't mean a fucking thing, and it's really not all that big of a deal. GM mode needs a huge overhaul. I mean, truthfully, I'll be honest with you, they ought to mix GM mode and universe mode as one thing and put them all together as one game mode. You're a GM, you go ahead, you're worrying about the ratings, and it's a year-round thing, nonstop, doesn't end type of deal, and doing it like that. That's how I would do it, and that's how they used to do it. And then they could just add in the little cut scenes and all that shit as you book your shows. And you can do both brands if you want to do that, and what have you. That's what I would do. But unfortunately, that's not what we're getting, I think. Big on I'm sorry, let me go ahead and read the other comments here. Uh Matt 87 Eagle says Roman Reigns is not retaining the championship, and then he says that would be a shit Vince call, and nobody wants that. Um, Big On also mentions they just put out the official roster, I think. Yeah, they have. The roster is not going to be that much different than it was last year, except for the people that are not in the company anymore. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's not really worth $69.99. Definitely not. Nor was WWE 2K22. I went out and bought the highest end. I spent $149, but I used my gambling money for that, so I didn't really pay anything out of pocket. Um, I took my winnings and bought it that way. I wouldn't dare fucking go ahead and get that game for fucking whatchamacallit for out of my own pocket. Get the hell out of here. So yeah. Rachel Buck says I see Cody facing Gunther after WrestleMania, and Gunther will be on Raw after the pay-per-view. No, I don't see that. I see that as something you could make for SummerSlam. That would be a good main event. The other idea that I've been thinking about that would be really fucking cool. Maybe you guys wouldn't like the idea. Maybe you would. I would like to see, since based on the situation here with Sami Zayn, I would love to see Sami Zayn challenge Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. Cody turns heel, and Sami Zayn does a race throughout the entire fall and then goes into the Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble, and faces Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. That I would love to see. That would be a Bryan Danielson type of moment for him, and I think that would be awesome. I don't know how you guys might feel about it, but it is what it is. Matt 87 Eagle says it's literally the same game every year. No thanks. Yeah, pretty much. I would have to say. Rachel Buck says the reason Gunther will face Cody is because he eliminated him in the Royal Rumble. No, I don't think so. They don't have to go back to that because he eliminated, because Cody eliminated Gunther at the Royal Rumble pay per view. I don't think that's really necessary. And I don't think Gunther should be suffering an L after he's going to suffer an L at WrestleMania based on what I've been hearing about Gunther losing the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, which I totally disagree with. I don't even like the idea of them doing that. Big On says it's hard to find an Xbox 360 these days. I want to play SmackDown versus Raw 2007. I actually have the game and the console. I have both. Oh man. Sorry, man. I have both the console and the game. Rachel Buck says I would love that. I'm thinking she's referring to the Sami Zayn idea throughout this year and then possibly winning the world championship from Cody Rhodes. Big On then says I wish SmackDown versus Raw 07 was online too. Matt 87 Eagle says that Gunther has been killing it as IC champion. Yes, that's why I'm saying why take the fucking title off of him? He should be their mid-card version of Roman Reigns, man. Come on, you can't do that. Gotta be kidding me. I mean, if you want to move him over to Raw and instead of being on SmackDown and have the US champion move over to SmackDown, do that, swap the champions, that would be fine with me. I would be perfectly fine with that. But let's be honest. I mean, you can't take the title off of Gunther, man. Gunther needs to stay champion. He shouldn't lose. He is a great world champion in the Intercontinental Championship division. He's awesome. I would not take the title off of hum at all. Matt 87 Eagles also states that completely different from Theory as U.S. champion. What? Theory's doing fine. Shut the fuck up, Matt. Especially after a fucking Elimination Chamber, he's gonna look good. Now shut up. Fucking Austin Theory looks like shit. Get out of here. Shove that shit up your ass. I don't want to hear that fucking noise. Rachel Buck says Sheamus will win the Intercontinental Championship because it will be a three-way and Sheamus will pin Gunther. Okay. Big On says, I heard they removed Sasha Banks from 2K23. Yeah. I mean, why would they have her in there? She hasn't been with the company at all most of the 2022, and she ain't there right now. So makes obvious sense. So, yeah. All right. Now that we got through all the comments in the chat, let's go ahead and go over this Raw episode. This Raw episode was somewhat good, somewhat bad. I mean, it had its good points, but it also had its bad points, which I didn't particularly care for all that much. So let me go ahead and get through this real quick with you guys, and then we'll go over the Elimination Chamber card, and I'll give you guys my insight on what I think is going to happen at the pay-per-view. All right, Becky Lynch and the WWE official Adam Pearce are already in the ring. A replay shows WWE Hall of Famer Lita coming to the ring to take out Dakota Kai and Io Sky so that Becky Lynch could defeat Bayley inside the steel cage match. A loud Becky chant kicks off, and Lynch says, "The man has come around to Brooklyn." Lynch welcomes everyone to Monday Night Raw. Why do they always do that? Welcome to Monday Night Raw. What is this, fucking Saturday Night Live? I thought this was just a wrestling show. Shit. Matt, shut the fuck up. I don't care what you think. Okay? Austin Theory is retaining the fucking title, and he's facing John Cena, and it's going to be for his championship, and Theory's going to retain the title over John Cena. How the fuck can you have Austin Theory get an L in the Elimination Chamber and then face John Cena and have him defeat John Cena? That makes absolutely no fucking sense at all to me. Austin Theory should go over in the chamber. There's only one person I would have him lose to, and that's Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed's the only one believable enough to be the United States champion. My only problem with him being the champion is his fucking crowd reaction last night was fucking terrible. Nobody even fucking cheered him, booed him, or anything. He had a very low reaction from the crowd in Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn we're talking about. Fucking New York City, man. You're going to go ahead and go to this fucking show and not make any noise? What the hell is wrong with you people? Come on. What the fuck? Anyway. So, Matt 87 Eagle says, so the U.S. title means jack crap at WrestleMania then? What do you mean it means jack crap? No, it's involved in a very good storyline. It's about a man who's an upcoming superstar who's trying to become a main eventer at some point in his career while he holds on to a title that is supposed to be looked at as a very prestigious championship. That title has been held by a lot of great world champions. Why the fuck wouldn't you have that title on the line while having it with John Cena, who actually did some amazing things with the U.S. Championship in the first place? That's the reason why he should retain the title. The title is being fought over by two stars. One is a future star in the making of a main eventer, and one is already a star who's done it all. And he's done some great things with that U.S. title. So that title means something to John Cena, want to capture it from a snot-nosed little punk-ass bitch like Austin Theory. So that's the reason why it would make sense to me to have them fight over the U.S. Championship. What the fuck does John Cena need to do anything with Austin Theory then? I mean, if Austin Theory is the U.S. champion and after the Elimination Chamber, he starts going out there and he starts saying, hey, the champ is here, unlike somebody like John Cena. John Cena ain't ever here. Some shit like that. That would make sense. You're talking about taking the title off of him and making him go after him facing John Cena for what? What the fuck is he going to prove there? John Cena ain't going to need him for shit. John Cena shouldn't even give a flying fuck at that point. He's walking around saying the champ is here. Okay, so if he loses the title, what is he going to say? The loser is here? Come on, man. Think about it. The only person that makes any sense, again, is Bronson Reed. That's it. Johnny Gargano, yes, I absolutely love Johnny Gargano. I would have no problems if Johnny Gargano won. But if that happens, what's the point of Austin Theory facing John Cena in any capacity? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me at all. Because it's an obvious outcome that Theory beats John Cena. So what? He beats him while he's carrying a championship, defending it, making it more prestigious, unlike what other people have done with it. I'm sorry to tell you, but Austin Theory is retaining that U.S. championship. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. So the title is not second thought. The title is very important because that is what makes John Cena be interested in wanting to face Austin Theory one-on-one at WrestleMania to take it off a snot-nosed little punk-ass bitch like Austin Theory. Duh. That's the fucking point. He loses the title. He's got no reason to face John Cena. He ain't dog shit. He ain't nothing. Unless they make John Cena just come out of nowhere, make a special appearance on Raw, and Austin Theory wants to challenge him. I mean, that's the only other thing I can think of. But I'd rather it be the other way around where John Cena has an interest in facing him. But we'll see what happens at the Elimination Chamber for the U.S. Championship, because to be quite frank with you guys, I mean, I actually would go Austin Theory right out of the gate. Bronson Reed's second choice. Johnny Gargano's possibly a wild card. I think he could possibly win it, but I would rather see Austin Theory win it, because seeing John Cena be the guy to go challenging Austin Theory would make Austin Theory that more important, as well as the U.S. Championship, and John Cena having interest in the U.S. title would make the title seem that much more important, and him beating such a big name like that at a major pay-per-view like WrestleMania would make Austin Theory and the championship both benefit from it. That is the point. And that's what I'm trying to say, Matt 87 Eagle. Now, let me get to the fucking review. Thank you very much. Stop focusing on the U.S. Championship. There's a lot of other things taking place on this fucking pay-per-view. Anyway, so here we go. Lynch realized that she was so distracted by damage control fools that she lost sight of the most important thing to her, the women's championship. Lynch loves to fight her way into things. That's where Adam Pearce comes in, because he likes to up the ante. And she wants an opportunity to fight into the Elimination Chamber tonight. So basically, one thing led to another. We get Bayley coming out. She's bickering and arguing with Becky Lynch, which is a really lame-ass fucking thing. And then we get Bianca Belair coming out there, and she's like, I want to face the best of the best. And that's pretty much what happens here. So Adam Pearce just steps in, makes a stipulation here, a triple threat match between Bayley, Bianca Belair, and Becky Lynch. If Becky Lynch or Bayley were to pin the champion, or one of them pinning each other, then Bayley or Becky Lynch would be in. Now, if Bianca Belair pinned one of them, then neither of them would be in, and that would be that. It'd be over. And that would remain as a 6-woman Elimination Chamber match. This was all just a filler of a main event so that they could continue the storyline between Becky Lynch and Bayley, with Becky Lynch having Trish Stratus. I'm guaranteeing you Becky Lynch and Bayley will have a segment on the Elimination Chamber being in Montreal, and we will see Trish Stratus coming out there to make the save for whatever Bayley does to Becky Lynch, along with Lita possibly, and we will see a 6-woman tag team matchup at WrestleMania 39, probably for night 1, I would say, or maybe night 2 as the opener, for all we know. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. That's my personal opinion. I'm not quite sure if it's 100% correct. But I think that might be a case that might be something that takes place at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, where we see a segment where Bailey and Becky Lynch are having a brawl and the rest of the Damage Control get involved. So that's what I think is going to happen at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view as a future prediction on my part. Anyway, um, so yeah, that was what happened there. Then we have Brian Saxon is backstage with Judgment Day. Saxon says Finn Balor will team with Rhea Ripley to take on Edge and Beth Phoenix, while Damian Priest will step inside the Elimination Chamber for the United States Championship. Is the Judgment Day prepared for a huge week ahead? And Priest wonders if the 5 men are prepared to be in the chamber with him. Dominic Mysterio says he knows a thing or two about being locked up. Priest will run the chamber like he ran his block. Mysterio just got off the phone with Mama, who is still traveling the world. She's excited about the Elimination Chamber and is excited for Valentine's Day. Baylor says they have the Street Profits next. If they want the smoke, they'll bring it. Okay. So Street Profits and Judgment Day with Finn Balor and Damian Priest did a tag team matchup. The Judgment Day win this matchup. Pretty good fashion. This was actually a very good matchup. Probably more than likely the best one on the show. So yeah, the winners are Judgment Day. Ford gets in the ring to check on Dawkins, but Priest super kicks him, and Judgment Day starts to triple team Ford until Edge and Beth Phoenix run down to the ring. Huge ovation. Edge clears the ring. In the ring, Phoenix clotheslines Mysterio and goes for a glam slam. Rhea Ripley all of a sudden runs in and attacks Phoenix from behind. Ripley is actually in Brooklyn tonight. Ripley hits Phoenix with a riptide and leaves the ring with Dominic Mysterio. A loud mama chant picks up. Edge runs into the ring to check on his wife. Next up was the Elimination Chamber signing between Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. WWE official Adam Pearce is in the ring, which has the table and chairs in it for the contract signing. Brock Lesnar makes his way to the ring to a big ovation. Lesnar throws one of the chairs out of the ring. Pearce says they're here to make the official rubber match between Lesnar, who already signed the contract, and Bobby Lashley. Lesnar says he already signed the contract and just needs Lashley to sign it. Lesnar demands Lashley to get out here and sign this. Lashley's music hits and security force comes out to the stage. They line the ramp. They bring out another table and a chair and put them down on the stage. Lashley walks out to the stage and looks pleased. Lashley then says, "Things are not going down like this. This is not the Brock Lesnar show." Lesnar wants a contract signing, so Adam Pearce rolls out the red carpet. Lashley is sick of this. The way Lashley sees it, and whenever he faces Lesnar, he's left him either pinned, unconscious, or eliminated from the Royal Rumble. They're doing things on Lashley's terms. Lesnar tells him to get his ass in the ring, and Lashley sits at his table on the stage. Lashley says they're doing this on his terms. Lashley said he'd look at the contract. Lashley had his agents, managers, representatives, even his kids look at Lesnar's contract. Pearce tells him to come in and sign it. Lashley says he doesn't know if he's going to. Lesnar is irate and takes off his cowboy hat. Lesnar tells Lashley to get in the ring and sign the contract. Lesnar likes a Bobby scared chant and gets it going. Lashley smiles, and Lesnar says if Lashley doesn't sign this contract, he's going to come down there and beat his ass unconscious before signing it for him. And Lashley says, well, Lesnar doesn't have the balls to do it. Lesnar leaves the ring then and starts to taking out security guards. And Lesnar charges through them, but Lashley hits him with a back body drop on the ramp. Lashley then hits a spear, spears Lesnar down on the ground, and Lashley goes to ringside, grabs a contract. Lashley signs the contract and puts it down on Lesnar. Lashley poses and walks off. The crowd wants to see someone go through a table, but they don't get their wish. Boo hoo hoo. All right, let me take a small break here. Quite a few comments are coming through. Alicia Stansberry says, I'm sick of Roman Reigns. So sick. Him, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes feel important. Him sick as title. Hope doesn't retain. Title doesn't feel important. He dull as hell. Dull as hell. Okay. Well, I honestly think that this Sami Zayn idea is fantastic. This is going to lead to Sami Zayn getting screwed by Jey Uso at the end of all of this and making Jey Uso just as big of a heel as Roman Reigns, giving Roman Reigns or Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens an opportunity more than likely to take over the main event spot for night one. That is what I would do. Personally, I don't see Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair as a necessary main event for night one. They don't have enough story to get me to believe that they're worthy enough to be in the main event. The two top stories are the Usos and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and then Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. That's all there is to it. It's that simple. Rachel Buck says, I hope they have Bray versus Bo at WrestleMania, but I have a feeling that it will be as different as a different character, Bo as Uncle Howdy. I don't know. I think they're becoming one and the same. I think that's what they're going for. Like I said last week, I believe there is mention that Uncle Howdy was dressed up as Bray Wyatt dressed up as Uncle Howdy. So there's a strong possibility that we're going to see Bray Wyatt officially become the Uncle Howdy character and they are going to become one. Currently, right now, I think the Uncle Howdy character is like an alternate entity on Bray Wyatt, trying to transform him from the normal Bray Wyatt into this new character that has been developed. So that's what I believe is going on here. I think that's the main concept of this whole storyline with Bray Wyatt. Alicia Stansberry says, think bad idea. Keep heel champion long now. Two hottest baby faces, Cody, Sammy. He can't run through babyface all the time. I'm afraid have another Royal Rumble fall to Roman. Did Edge and Brock Lesnar. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. But yeah, I honestly think that Roman Reigns will be coming to an end. My only other idea that could be happening here is that Roman Reigns wins, retains the titles, and then retires as the world champion at the end of the day. And then we have the two titles split to Raw and SmackDown. That's what I think could happen. But I mean, even JD from New York is saying the same thing. He thinks there still could be a strong possibility that Roman Reigns could retain the fucking belts, and then we could always see him drop those belts the next night on Raw or do it on SmackDown, since SmackDown is his show. And then they have the titles split up, the WWE title on Raw, SmackDown the Universal title on SmackDown, and they have tournaments for both championships leading into the next pay-per-view that they would have. That's the only other thing I can think of. You have Cody Rhodes win the WWE World Championship, and you have Sami Zayn win the Universal Championship. You can always have him be a double champion as a tag team and Universal Champion. That's always an idea. I'm not sure, but that's just my opinion. But I think we're probably going to see Cody Rhodes just win the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship at this time. I don't think they're going to try to do anything too crazy and make things more complicated than it already is. So that's just my viewpoint on that. Anyway, let's continue on with this show. Let's see here. All right, so we have Piper Niven versus Mia Yim. They're calling her Mitchin. I don't know why. I think that's really fucking dumb, but whatever. So this match sucked. I didn't really care for this. Piper Niven won the match. Video package after walking off on the bloodline at the Royal Rumble. Jey Uso showed up to defend the WWE Tag Team titles. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so Roman Reigns will be defending the Undisputed Championship against Sami Zayn at the Elimination Chamber. Should be fucking exciting as hell. Arcade says, "Hey, World of Wrestling, love your channel, dude. Thank you very much, Arcade. I appreciate that, man." Um, so let's see here. So we go backstage with Kathy Kelly, talking to Baron Corbin. She mentions that JBL had some unsettling words for him and wants some comments from him. Corbin goes to start talking, but gets cut off and says something important is happening in the arena as if he means nothing, which pretty much he is. He's worthless on the show. He has been trash since they took him away from the lone wolf character. I don't particularly care for this character anymore. Baron Corbin needs to go hit the bricks. So Sami Zayn runs into the ring with a hoodie and with the hoodie on, and the crowd is happy to see him. Zayn says he's not here to hold the show up, but he has to say something to someone and may not have a chance after Elimination Chamber. Zayn calls Cody Rhodes out to the ring. Wrestling has more than one royal family. Cody Rhodes, the winner of the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble, makes his way to the ring. Rhodes gets into the ring, and the crowd is absolutely buzzing. They chant Cody. Rhodes welcomes Zayn to Raw and asks what he wants to talk about. Zayn says last week on Raw, he had a verbal exchange with Paul Heyman that set the world on fire. Everyone was talking about it. One thing Rhodes said he has stuck in his mind. Rhodes says he's looking more and more every day like it's going to be Cody versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Zayn came all this way to look Rhodes dead in his eyes, to hear straight from his mouth if that was lip service or does Rhodes actually believe Zayn can beat Roman Reigns. A yes chant breaks out in the crowd, and Rhodes says his bandwidth is dedicated to what he's been saying about winning the Undisputed Universal Championship at WrestleMania. Rhodes doesn't have time to BS Zayn. When he said Zayn can beat Reigns, he meant it. When he said that Zayn would most likely be his WrestleMania opponent, he believed it. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." At a fucking promo segment, they're saying this is awesome. Rhodes says he respectfully doesn't think this is what this is about right now. Does it really matter what Rhodes believes? Does Sami Zayn really believe that he can beat Roman Reigns? Zayn thinks all about it and asks Rhodes if he wants the truth. The crowd begins to sing "Ole, ole, ole, ole" to Zayn, and Zayn says the truth is that he doesn't know. Rhodes hasn't seen what Zayn sees. Zayn has been in the trenches with the bloodline for 9 months. This thing about Reigns being God mode isn't just a catchphrase. Reigns is operating on a level not seen before. Zayn has seen guys bigger and stronger than him walk into a match with Reigns, fully believing they could beat him only to go down. Every one of them went down. Is Zayn supposed to believe that after almost 900 days that he could be the one to take out Roman Reigns? Zayn believes he's capable of beating Reigns. If you're asking if he thinks he's capable of becoming the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, yes, he believes that. Zayn believes that he can main event WrestleMania. Zayn has to believe that with every fiber of his being, or no one else will. However, if Zayn thinks he can walk into Montreal and beat Reigns for the undisputed championship, Zayn doesn't know. Now, let me stop right there. I'll be honest with you guys. This it's really good. I haven't heard anyone make this comment, but why did Zayn then say to Paul Heyman that he's going to be the guy to take down Roman Reigns for the championship, not Cody Rhodes? That is a little weird. If nobody even really mentioned this, I watch JD's channel on a nonstop basis whenever I get a chance. When I'm doing my job, I listen to his podcast. I listened to his Raw review last night. He didn't mention anything about nothing about the fact that Sami Zayn told Paul Heyman that it won't be Cody to take down Roman Reigns for the championship. It will be him. And that is the weird part about this segment. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not discrediting this segment whatsoever. But folks, think about the logic here. He went ahead and he said that he believes that he would take the title from Roman Reigns. But now on Raw last night, he's saying the complete opposite. He doesn't know. So all he was doing was trying to psych out Paul Heyman. Is that what he was trying to do? I don't understand the logic here of what he was trying to accomplish. If you're going to say you're going to take down Roman Reigns, what do you need Cody Rhodes to give you that motivational speech to get you all hyped and prepped up for this major world championship match that you're getting a month before, or a pay-per-view before WrestleMania? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But there was some logical reasoning behind it in a business sense. This is what JD said, and when I heard it, I totally agree with his commentary on this. He said that they made this promo simply because they wanted to make sure that the crowd sees that Cody is behind their fan favorite, so it takes off the heat, thinking that Cody is being force-fed to the audience that he's the guy that's going to take down Roman Reigns, and it couldn't possibly be Sami Zayn. That's the only thing that makes any logical sense for this segment to even exist. Outside of that, I don't know why the fuck they needed to do this in the first place when they had Sami Zayn, the SmackDown episode before Raw, saying he was going to take down Roman Reigns and not Cody Rhodes. So it's a little funky, a little weird, but at the end of the day, this segment was still fucking great. I absolutely loved it. There's still a little bit more that I have to read off to you guys. So they said, "You can do it," chant picks up, and Rhodes asks if Zayn really doesn't know. Everyone here knows, as does Zayn's hometown of Montreal. Zayn looks unsure. Rhodes hasn't been with Reigns, but he's watched him. Everyone else has fallen, but there's dissension in the bloodline because of Zayn. There are cracks in the armor because of Zayn. The idea that the greatest champion of this generation could be dethroned is becoming a reality is because of Sami Zayn. This is awesome moment in time is because of Zayn. Rhodes says Reigns could be in God mode, but he's just a man. On Saturday, Zayn could find out for himself. Rhodes punched his ticket. Michael Cole said on the commentary that he needs to finish his story. Rhodes intends to finish his story, and Zayn needs to do the same. Zayn looks fired up. I fucking love this. You know, the one thing that Cody Rhodes is, he is so good at fucking firing people up and getting them pumped. He can be a, oh, feel sorry for me type of guy. And if you push him a little too much, you might actually start disliking him. But if you book him the correct way, in the correct manner, you won't lose people's interest in him. And you'll see that he's worthy enough to being pushed the way he is. right here in this segment here that we saw last night, this was the proper way of pushing Cody Rhodes. This is more of helping Cody Rhodes than it was for Sami Zayn, to be quite frank with you. So kudos to WWE and Triple H for booking this segment, because I think it helped out a lot. And it made Sami Zayn look really good, because it gives you the possibility, will they go somewhere completely different, go completely off the rails, throw us all off, and have Sami Zayn actually beat Roman Reigns before WrestleMania? I mean, let's be honest, it ain't gonna happen. Why would they make Sami Zayn have a moment at the Elimination Chamber when he could have the fucking moment at WrestleMania? Come on. That's just fucking crazy talk, man. That's just insane. I wouldn't have done that at all. So yeah, Roman Reigns is going to defeat Sami Zayn without a shadow of a doubt. They would have, if Sami Zayn was going to win the championships, he was going to win it at WrestleMania, not at the Elimination Chamber in his hometown. At his hometown, he's going to get fucked so that the crowd can have more sympathy for Sami Zayn and bring in Kevin Owens like they did with Shawn Michaels and Triple H against Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase at SummerSlam of 2009. That's what I think is how this is all going to turn out to be as storyline goes. And it all makes perfect sense for them intertwining these stories. So there you go. So Rhodes has one more thing to say to Zayn. Rhodes doesn't want to see Zayn on Raw next week because he'd rather see him at WrestleMania. Zayn nods at him and looks red in the face before walking off through the crowd. Carmella is warming up backstage when Nikki Cross walks up, and Carmella asks where she has been. Cross says, playing hide and seek with her new friend before cackling sinisterly. Carmella says Cross is getting too close, and Carmella asks where their other teammate is. And Asuka comes up behind her with a mask on. Carmella walks off and says they're so weird. Candice LeRae walks up to Nikki Cross and asks why she's been following her. Cross laughs and walks off. LeRae looks weirded out. God, this show is fucking weird. Outside of the Bloodline storyline, Cody Rhodes being involved in this, these segments are bogus, really. All right, so we go backstage, finally finishing the Baron Corbin segment. Corbin once again, Corbin says JBL was holding him down while hobbling around in that stupid cowboy hat. Corbin says he's sick and tired of being disrespected. They had an interview and it was interrupted by Sami Zayn. Elimination Chamber. Reigns is going to destroy Sami Zayn in front of his family and friends. In no world does Sami Zayn beat Roman Reigns. The last person to beat Roman Reigns is Baron Corbin. At the Royal Rumble, he was blindsided by Brock Lesnar. Otherwise, he'd have been going through the match and gone to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Oh, God. Quit smoking the crack, bro. You ain't beating nobody, bro. Ain't beating no one. Instead, another guy won the match. The guy who won the match had a minor injury that kept him out of for 8 months. Cody Rhodes is walking in the background. Corbin doesn't see him, and Corbin doesn't get what everyone sees in Cody Rhodes. Corbin thinks his brother and his father are jokes as well. Rhodes has heard enough and attacks Corbin. They fight through the gorilla position, and Rhodes tells them to get a referee. Rhodes is still in a suit and beats Corbin into the arena and punches him down the ramp. Rhodes throws Corbin into the ring, and Corbin attacks Rhodes, getting in the ring and backs him up. Backs up. The referee calls for the bell, and Cody Rhodes and Baron Corbin's very short. Corbin loses with the gets hit with the crossroads, and Cody Rhodes wins the match. Very simplistic matchup, and Corbin is fucking buried beyond belief. If you don't believe after tonight Baron Corbin's not buried, you're fucking sadly mistaken. And why would you care? Baron Corbin is absolute crap and worthy enough to be buried like a piece of garbage anyway. Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, and Liv Morgan are backstage. Natalya is not happy about Becky Lynch and Bailey potentially weaseling their way into the Elimination Chamber. Liv Morgan says they'll just be one more bump in the road to WrestleMania. Rodriguez tells them to focus on tonight. This match was crap. I don't know why they mixed a bunch of heels with a baby face or vice versa. It was really retarded matchup. I did not even pay attention to shit. But Carmella, Nikki Cross, and Asuka win the matchup, of course. Asuka turns on all of her partners as well and beats the shit out of everyone and wins the match. Obviously, that is going to be our women's winner for the Elimination Chamber to face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship, which we'll look forward to that matchup. I think that's going to be a fun little matchup. We go backstage to see Otis eating a hot dog. Oh, God. He's looking more and more disgusting. He looked at one point where he had the beard cut off, shaved off, and all that shit. And he was looking a little bit more different than he did when he was with Heavy Machinery. And now he is just looking like the old Otis we were used to when he first came into WWE. So Jack Gable talks about how at this time last year they were Raw Tag Team Champions. Something went wrong, but he rewrote some Academy curriculum. Gable says Otis shouldn't eat hot dogs and throws it away. The camera pans over to see Mansoor covered in mustard, and Massey and Maxine Dupree are with him. Mansoor is not happy. Dupree introduces herself and asks if he's done any modeling. Gable thinks she's talking to him, but they say he could be a hand model. Oh, God, what a fucking dumb, idiotic commentary. Maximum male models need to go. I don't even know what the fuck they're doing on TV. What is Triple H doing? I thought he got him off. Now that he's got him back on again. Otis has the physique they're looking for. Otis looks pleased, and Dupree hands him a card. Gable isn't happy about the card, and yada, yada, yada. Who fucking gives a shit? What a fucking wasted segment and a waste of time. All right, let me go into the comments, and we'll come right back to this. Alyssa Stansberry. Oh, wait, hold on. Matt 87 Eagle says the best segment of the night with the Cody and Sami Zayn. Agreed. Matt 87 Eagle says this could have gone so south for Cody, but luckily they got the fans behind both guys. Yeah, of course they're not going to go against Cody if he's standing up for Sami Zayn at the end of the day. And, being supportive. That wouldn't make any sense that the fans would turn on Cody for being supportive to Sami Zayn. Be idiotic, actually. Alyssa Stansberry says, I hope Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns WrestleMania 39. I'm so sick of his title. Hope don't give him 1,000 days. Alyssa Stansberry, he will lose the championship. Cody will be the champion. I promise you that. She also states, can't stand dump neck tattoo. Cody Rhodes, wish he would remove it. Yeah, there's been quite a few people have mentioned that before. Matt 87 Eagle says budget cuts. My name is Baron Corbin. Okay. Big On states, is Impact gonna make a new video game? No. Impact is dead. They are no longer the same company they once were when they were called TNA. TNA will never come back. Impact Wrestling will never be in the type of venues they used to be in. They are done. They are fucking finished beyond belief. I only have Impact Plus because I like watching the old episodes that TNA used to do, and that's about it. Other than that, I could give two shits less about Impact Wrestling's current day content. Their shit sucks. Big On says, are you waiting for the AEW game? Absolutely. This game looks fucking awesome. It's a nice change of pace. Reminds me and looks a little like SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain type of look, or the older video games from back in the day with just an updated graphics. And that's pretty much all it looks like. It looks very much like those old school games. I hope they have a game mode where it's useful to use year round, and it's not something that you're just gonna play a 1 year story with a character and that's it. I hope that's not the case, and I hope there's a lot more to it than just that. Big On states, I like Cody Rhodes better with Ted DiBiase. No. Cody now does not belong with Ted DiBiase. Cody Rhodes is at a whole nother fucking level. He looks like a superstar. He looks like a main eventer already, and he's not even been there for a fucking year. Okay. So let's get real, bro. Ted DiBiase couldn't light a candle to Cody Rhodes at this point. Maybe back in the day when they both were starting out, but they're not on the same level, man. Ted DiBiase, Ted DiBiase would not be needed for Cody Rhodes at all. Sorry. Anyway, let's move on. We get Bronson Reed versus Mustafa Ali. They had some backstage segment last week on a special WWE content that you don't watch on Raw. And Bronson Reed won this match and very quickly with a tsunami splash for the victory. Replays are shown of Rhea Ripley attacking Beth Phoenix earlier tonight, and Kathy Kelly is backstage with Edge and Beth Phoenix. Edge says that Judgment Day got one over on them, but they'll pay on Saturday. Phoenix says they'll show them why they're the great couple. Okay, congratulations, you're the great couple. Whoop-de-fuck-you-do. Miz makes his way to the ring for another edition of Miz TV. Miz is dressed to compete. We get a segment with the Miz TV with Seth Rollins. This was actually pretty decent as well. I like this one. They got a little bit more into detail of why Seth Rollins does not like Logan Paul. Of course, I think everybody knows why nobody would like Logan Paul at all. First off, he's walking out with these really weird ass fucking boots. He looks like he's fucking Mario. Hey Mario, can you get me a Luigi? I need my Luigi, please. But yeah, I mean, he looked fucking ridiculous, and he calls that a style, a fashion. I don't know how the fuck you call that a fashion. He looks absolutely fucking ridiculous if you really think about it. If you really think about it, I mean, to be quite frank with you, I think that Cody Rhodes is not Cody Rhodes. What am I talking about? Seth Rollins is just making a mockery out of what you're supposed to look like or dress. He looks like the kid from Big Daddy putting on all these weird ass clothes and outfits and looking absolutely ridiculous. That's kind of like what Cody Rhodes or what Seth Rollins looks like all the time when he shows up on WWE television, and I think he does it deliberate. But yeah, pretty much what they go into is they talk about how Miz is stupid. That's one of the topics brought up in this segment. And then we finally get Seth Rollins to finally discuss about Logan Paul. His reason why he doesn't like Logan Paul and why he's upset about Logan Paul and all the trash talking he's been giving is because Logan Paul, in his viewpoint, does not give a flying shit about pro wrestling. He doesn't care about main eventing WrestleMania like Miz and himself do. He cares about just filling his pockets and doing whatever it takes to make himself money. He don't give a fuck about the business or anything else. That is the basis of this entire storyline. And I think it's a very good storyline, and it's very true to life. I don't think Logan Paul gives two flying shits about pro wrestling. Not one. He might be good at what he does, but he ain't fucking shit to this company. He ain't even needed for this company. This company don't need Logan Paul. I'm just being honest. One thing led after another. We finally see Seth Rollins and Miz having a brawl, and then Austin Theory comes out of nowhere, and he hits the Seth Rollins hits the skull crushing finale on the Miz. And And then Austin Theory attacks Rollins and hits the A-Town down maneuver, and Theory talks trash to Rollins and poses with the U.S. Championship while standing over him. And that's what happens and how the segment ends. We then get Rick Boogs is warming up backstage. Elias walks up to him, says Boogs is probably feeling a lot of pressure being compared to him. If Boogs loses to Miz tonight, he shouldn't let it get him down. If impresses him, he may be maybe they can do a collaboration. And Boogs is fired up about that. Boogs was born and bred to rip and shred. Boogs is fired up. Okay. MVP was talking to Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin in the background during the segment as well. This is kind of interesting. Little background storytelling without actually giving the folks the straight up focal point on what they were doing. So it's kind of interesting how that's going to go down. I think they're going to have some involvement with the Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley match, of course. So we might see something different. We may see a 6-man tag team match with Brock Lesnar with 2 other guys and Bobby Lashley with the Hurt Business, for all we know. That might be a change of pace if people are interested in that. But I don't know. I don't particularly care one way or another. The only way I'd be interested in this fucking matchup between these two is if they do an MMA fight where there's actually no predetermined results of the match, and they literally have an MMA fight in a Lions Den match. That's the only way I don't be interested in that shit. Otherwise, it could give 2 shits less. We then have Miz and Rick Boogs go at it. Rick Boogs, of course, wins in less than 5 minutes. WWE official Adam Pearce is backstage being berated by Chelsea Green. She's upset with her treatment last week. She tells him to treat her like the star she is. Green wants a redo and demands to be in the Elimination Chamber match. She wants to get into the triple threat match. Pearce says that's not happening. She says if he touches her, she'll scream. Green says she's feeling threatened, and Pearce walks off on her. Gee, Chelsea Green, I'm sorry to tell you, but you sound like a Karen with a mixture of a G-Zen type generation person. Stop being a pussy. I know you have one, but stop being a wuss. Have a little bit of balls, a little bit of guts, something like that, you know? But anyway, segment's fucking ridiculous. Chelsea Green's a fucking waste of time with this gimmick. Get her doing something normal. She doesn't need to act like a prima donna diva and act like a fucking dumb Karen bitch. Please get rid of this fucking character that she's portraying and let her just be Chelsea Green for once. Play a heel dick bitch. Something like that, instead of having us watch her turn into this wasted out character that's not going to go anywhere. Come on. All right. So Brian Saxon's backstage with Judgment Day. Finn Balor says they're going to do what they do to Edge and Beth Phoenix over and over again. Dominic Mysterio says Edge, Beth Phoenix, and his pathetic father were good, but the game has passed them by. Damian Priest says they're at the top of their game. At the Elimination Chamber, will be the new U.S. champion. WrestleMania, Rhea Ripley will walk in as a challenger, but she'll leave as SmackDown Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley says that, Charlotte Flair thinks she's on a different level, but she's a level below Ripley. Ripley will rise and beat her. The rise begins this Saturday when she and Balor beat the living crap out of Edge and Beth Phoenix. The commentators talk about the Elimination Chamber card, yada, yada, yada. We get to the triple threat match. Bianca Belair wins this match between the 3 women. She actually pins Bayley after hitting the kiss of death on Becky Lynch and smashing her on top of Bayley, and gets the 1, 2, 3 on Bayley, and she suffers the loss, and that's how the show goes off the air. So neither one of them will be in the chamber. So that is the end of the review. we will get into the preview and prediction of the Elimination Chamber. We are over an hour, so I'm going to go over that, and then we're going to close up shop. I don't want to spend way too much time on all of this. I may do another random wrestling talk episode before this weekend is over. May do this on Sunday, possibly in the afternoon. I won't have much going on. Oh yeah, I do have a date. Sorry. It'll probably be tomorrow night, Sunday night, or something like that. I'll plan around it, whatever. But yeah, I do have a date that I most definitely am going on with my girlfriend. So I can't really go ahead and do Random Wrestling Talk episode number 50 Sunday night. So I may go ahead and do it Thursday if I have the time. I do have something to do on Thursday that I have to take care of. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to do Random Wrestling Talk episode number 50, which we will do all news and rumors type of show. I may do an audio format for that possibly. You guys can just comment in the comments down below. So that might be the way I go with that. We'll see. Anyway, let's see here. We got Alyssa Stansberry. Hope Cody. Bro, okay, yeah, she already said that. She states that can't stand that dump neck tattoo. Cody Rhodes wish to remove it. Yeah. Okay. Matt 87 Eagle says, just think of the storytelling WWE could do with Cody versus a returning Orton after WrestleMania. That would be good. That I would definitely like to see. That would be a fucking awesome segment between an awesome build between those two. Raw would definitely have something to really look forward to. The ratings would go up between those two and the storyline between those two guys. I think that's a great idea, Matty 7 Eagle. 100%. The best match for Cody Rhodes to have as the new world champion in his first title defense. Absolutely fucking love it, dude. Good idea. And it'll help out Raw's ratings too, if Randy Orton can even return. Listen, Stansberry says, what do you hate about the neck tattoos on Cody Rhodes? Does it look weird? I don't care one way or another. It's his neck, it's his choice, and that's all there is to it. Big On says, I just ordered the PS5. Congratulations, man. I have the Xbox Series X, and whenever I do have the money to get the PS5, I will definitely do so because there are some games that are exclusive to the PlayStation that I'm interested in getting, and probably will just play those specific games on that gaming console. That's about it. Big On says, imagine if WWE goes back to the Inferno matches and Buried Alive matches. Not going to fucking happen, dude. This ain't the Attitude Era. I wish it was. But yeah, we're never going to see that ever again in WWE. Ever. I mean, we saw it with AJ Styles and Undertaker WrestleMania 36 in a cinematic wrestling match, but I was going to see that event live, and I actually couldn't because of the fact that the COVID situation. So I was unable to go and see that event. I had tickets to that. Matty 7 Eagle says, get God of War Roganok. He says the Big On. Yeah, I think that game is pretty good. I mean, I've seen the graphics and everything else, so it does look interesting. Anyway, let's get into the Elimination Chamber card, go over that, and then we'll hit close up shop here. Give me 1 second. All right, so let's go over the entire card. I'll give you guys my preview, my predictions on that, and see what you guys think. First thing that they have on here is the Elimination Chamber match for the U.S. Championship. Austin Theory defending it against Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, and Montez Ford. Of course, I think Austin Theory is going to be the guy to retain. My second pick, like I said before, is Bronson Reed, and third pick would be Johnny Gargano. Those are my picks that I think will win the match. The Elimination Chamber match for the women for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania: Asuka, Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, and Natalia Carmella. Obviously, the easiest one to pick out of the bunch is Asuka. I don't think it's going to be anybody else. Another match is Edge and Beth Phoenix against the Judgment Day with Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. I think Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley are going to win this match by doing something devastating to Beth Phoenix once more. This is going to bring about Edge turning into the Brood version of Edge, and Finn Balor is going to be the Demon Finn Balor, where we see these two compete at WrestleMania inside Hell in a Cell. That's what I think is going to happen there. We got Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar in a singles match. I don't think anything is going to happen of importance. This match is going to be a wash. I think there will be interference by the Hurt Business of Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander based on what we saw backstage during one of the segments. So I obviously think that this match is going to be a no contest. And Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Obviously, Sami Zayn is going to lose to Roman Reigns with the help of Jey Uso. That is my prediction on that match. That's how I feel this entire card's going to go. So basically, this has 5 matches. We may see an impromptu matchup, possibly, or just a segment where I mentioned that Becky Lynch and Bayley are going to have a brawl. This is going to lead to the rest of Damage Control getting involved, and we're going to see Trish Stratus and Lita come to the save of Becky Lynch to build a match between the two. The two teams in a 6-women's tag team match with Becky Lynch and Trish and Lita versus the Damage Control of Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. That's what I think is going to happen there. That's pretty much what is going to happen for the entire card. That's my viewpoint on that. I don't know what you guys think, but I think I pretty much nailed it 100%. I don't think I'm going to get anything wrong on this card. I don't think there's going to be any huge surprises, just some really good wrestling and some entertaining stuff taking place during this pay-per-view that a lot of us should not be disappointed with. I think we're going to be very excited how everything goes because it's going to be the build and bridge to the WrestleMania pay-per-view at the end of the day. Last comment, and then we will close up shop here. Matt 87 Eagle says, Hell in a Cell is the ideal match, but I don't think they'll bring back the Demon Balor. I disagree. I think they will bring back the Demon Balor because of the fact that this is inside Hell in the Cell. And I think that's the reason why they'll do it. But otherwise, at this time, guys, you know what to do. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. And I thank you guys very much for watching. And have a great night, guys. Bye.